Sorry guys, I forgot to turn my mic on. Thank you, Chris. So yeah, let's do it again. Welcome guys, welcome to my channel again. I'm very happy to be streaming once again. And this time I'm doing UKGPL 67 original F1 cars at Charade, Clermont-Ferrand circuit at France. And I'm stepping in for Jimmy Turbo Racing, who is not able to make this race. And I want to give him the opportunity to score points for his team for the championship, and also to enjoy myself because it's been such a long time since I raced. For some health issues, I can't really stream and race regularly, so this is an exception I'm making. Yeah, we have about 15 minutes before qualifying begins, but I'm one of the reserve drivers, so when we have 30 minutes remaining, I have to exit the server, wait 5 minutes, no, actually 35 minutes. Wait until it's 30 minutes to go, and then rejoin if there is room on the service. Hopefully there's going to be, but we'll see. So until then, let's go on the track and check if everything is correct. I hope I set up the volume properly, because OBS updated the interface a little bit and I haven't streamed since then. But we'll see how it is. Yeah, let's go on offline testing. I tested maybe for about 2 days and set up the car as good as possible, but I need to test with race view as well. I only did qualifying runs just to find the speed, to find the balance, because I think on this track qualifying is so important. It's very, very difficult to overtake, especially with these 67 cars. It's almost impossible. Even if the driver in front is much slower or makes mistakes, there is just the road is very narrow, and it's going to be very difficult. So qualifying is going to be important, and I'll try to do a very good run. And then for the race, I need to calculate the fuel. And hopefully the car is not going to bottom too much, because we have some undulations, some bumps. Okay. If you notice any issues, by the way, let me know so I can fix them with the sound or anything else. And again, in Grand Legends, like with the 55 mode, I have a little bit of FPS issue. For whatever reason, I just cannot fix it, no matter what I try. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad, because on this track even one single error can retire you. It's very, very tough. Wait, I think I need to lower the volume maybe a little bit. Actually, let's try. Yeah, it's quite loud. Maybe like this is okay. Still a little bit loud, but I hope it's okay for you guys and you can still hear me. Yeah, I need to warm up. I haven't driven for about 4 days. I was feeling sick these past few days, but hopefully I can get up to speed in the time remaining. Okay, because I cannot really hear my voice with the headphones and the car engine, so I hope you can hear me through the mic. It's very, very tricky with cold tires, that's for sure. But once the tires warm up in about 2 laps, then it becomes much more comfortable, at least the traction from the rears. But this is going to be very, very exhausting, because you're basically making corrections all the time. It's like a rally stage. At the same time, you have to be very, very smooth with the throttle, short shifting several places, not brake too late. Overall, also you have to avoid many of the dirt edges around the track, because they suddenly pull you in. and they can spin you around or throw you into the ditches or the forests, into the trees. Yeah, but basically I think for this race I may even have to set my tablet away from my view to not get distracted, so it would require full concentration. It's also because I haven't driven these cars for years, for many years. I don't even remember the last time I seriously drove with the original cars. So I'm completely off my past level of performance, or at least consistency. Maybe the speed is there but not consistently, too many mistakes. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I'm not. The tricky bit on this track is you still have to cut some places if you want to explore the maximum lap time possible, or the minimum lap time. It's especially dangerous in these lower corners to overdo it on throttle. The Brabham has a lot of torque, even though it's underpowered. It's very light chassis, so you need to be extra careful. It's going to be easier on race fuel when the car is heavier, but then again the issue there is with the bottoming with the heavier car. Yeah, you can see if you get too much understeer and then get on the throttle, it snaps around. Or if you do this, if you lock the fronts on braking, when you have to trail brake, this is what happens. So yeah, it's necessary to get a good rhythm going and then not think about it anymore. But hopefully I can do that. Let me check the time. Okay, we still have about 7 minutes until the server is up. So when the server is up, we have 45 minutes qualifying. The race is beginning at 20 to 30 CET. If you don't want to watch qualifying or my practice runs. But actually, let's hope we get a spot on the server first and then we'll see. Because I cannot really know in advance how many people are going to turn up suddenly. And with Grand Prix Legends we only have 19 people place spots on the server. I keep cutting the corners too much. Because I'm joining the championship just now, I could have taken the fastest cars. But I don't really want to make it unfair on the others, to interfere with the championship in such a way. I mean, if I can get a top spot with this car, then it's fine, but if I took the Lotus or the Eagle, I think it would have been unfair. Especially with the Lotus. Maybe the Eagle isn't that much quicker in these corners, but the Lotus for sure would have been at least maybe 1 second quicker, if driven correctly. Because it has a similar handling like this car, but much more power. Oops, a little bit too late. Oh, I see, I stood in second gear, that's why. It's difficult to set up the 5-speed gearbox for this lap. We have so many similar corners, but with slight variations. And sometimes you have to short shift, sometimes you have to drop the revs too much, sometimes you have to stay in high revs. I'm actually not really sure about my setup with the gears. But I think this one, which I made the gears a little bit shorter, would be better for the race too, because we will be going slower anyway. And yeah, another thing I'm not sure about is the rear tire pressures. The tires are overheating at the rears. Already on lap 2. Too much cooked there. Also the dampers I think are not perfect, because sometimes when I lift up the car is turning too suddenly, when I press the throttle and I have traction it could understeer too much, especially in the faster corners. But on such a track you cannot really set up perfect. You have to compromise and then adapt with your driving. And to be honest, I've never been too much of a fan of the Brabham. It feels good on some tracks to me, on others it's a little bit strange. But I think for this track it should be good. I'm sure if I took the Honda or Ferrari it would be easier to drive. But this one has potential for more pace, I feel like. It's also very reliable, which makes it easier. Okay, let's stop and go to the server. This is going to be a very exhausting race. Okay, this is the password. And the server is up. Let's see. Yes, Brabham. Offline, no FPS issues now. Just in places maybe 1-2 FPS drops, but with other cars I'm sure it's going to be difficult, different. Is this the right server? I didn't even pay attention actually. Maybe this is actually the privateers. I should have paid attention. Maybe the work server wasn't up. No, this is the works. Okay, I saw some names I wasn't sure about. I see. Yeah. Enrique Doni, Axel, Ricardo Silva, I don't know. Tim Rodl, yeah, some new names. At least for me. Oh, this time on the server I'm assigned a blue car. Yeah, let me compare what I changed. The first 3 gears, first, second and third, I made them a little bit shorter. The tricky thing on the start, by the way, of this race is if you go to the pit lane area to use more room, it's actually off camber, so you need to return back to the first corner, and it's quite dangerous. So qualifying for sure is going to be very important, and then on cold tires at the start to not mess it up. I hope everyone is going to be careful not to get hit from behind or have someone brake too early in front, because I myself am feeling quite rusty as well about the race with these cars. So let's not have too many expectations and just see how it goes. This track is awesome with the 65s, it's like it's made for them, but in the 67 it's a very, very different kind of driving. You're just dancing around, barely touching the throttle and the steering and the brake. You cannot really drive aggressively with these cars here. Okay, 30 is a little bit maybe shorter for this part, but in this corner it's better. I think that's why I changed it. I wanted it for that corner. This one you can take flat out if you just turn early enough to drift around the apex. Oh yeah, I was going to check the rear tire pressures, I forgot. We'll see after this run. Now let's try to have a good qualifying lap, or maybe 2. Oh, that was not nice. To put a time on the leaderboard. And then I can test with race fuel as well. Later on. Yeah, some FPS drops there. Probably some cars in the pits. You have to be careful because it changes your perception and how you drive. Yeah, here as well. Someone in front. Or I don't know, but that was a huge drop, spike. Okay, I guess I can stay in 4th gear there. Oh, what is happening? It's not because of the car, something else is happening with the frames. I mean, the car is affecting them a little bit, but not all the time. The car in front of me. Very strange. A little bit late for the final corner. But because my concentration was affected from the FPS drops, I just wasn't sure when it's going to happen there at the end. Okay, not a very good time compared to my best, over a second off my best. Yeah, it's going to be tough with these FPS issues, but I'll do what I can. Let me see, who was that? Okay. Hey, Don! Yeah, race is in 35 minutes, as you can see here. And let's see if I have a place on the server, because I need to exit the server with, actually just now, 35 minutes to go. And wait until it's 30. Let's do it. Let me just see something. Anything in the chat? Okay. Oh. Because I'm a reserve driver, I need to give a chance for the other drivers, the regular drivers, to enter first. So we wait until it says 30, if we have place. It seems it's going to be room on the server, at least for the moment. Just 7 or 6 people. I hope more join, because normally I think they have full grids, or almost, maybe 15-16 people. Even though, on the other hand, if I'm going to have FPS issues, I prefer fewer people. I don't know, it's really frustrating. I don't know how to fix it. I've tried absolutely everything. If I could fix it, maybe I would race more often in these. Oh, I should have checked the fuel consumption. On the next flying lap, I'm going to do it. To check at the beginning of the lap, how much we have at the end of the lap. Even though I think in the race the fuel consumption is going to be lower, but at least we can have a little bit of a buffer. Hey Fred, how are you? Welcome. Okay, 4 minutes to go. If it wasn't for the FPS issues, I was feeling quite confident, but now when I saw how it reacts, it drops a lot of frames, maybe 20 frames, I'm not sure, or maybe 15, and it makes a big difference. Especially if you're just on the limit of control and going through these tricky places. It means the moment it happens, I have to lift up a little bit. I cannot really push. Okay, 3 minutes to go. There is still some understeer in the car, but whenever I try to fix it, it became too unstable in some corners, so I'm going a little bit on a safe side. And just to survive. I drove LFS with 20 plus grid today, and there were 10 kids chatting. Looked choppy to me, even though FPS counter showed good. But why do you think that happens in LFS? Is it something else there, or you don't know? Yeah, Chris, this is one of the greatest circuits. Maybe not for these cars, as like I said earlier, but if you drive it with 65 or something different with lower engine power, you can actually push really hard, like on a rally stage, and drift it around and throw it around and enjoy. I'm driving the Brabham BT, what was it? The 67 Brabham. Let me check. BT24. The championship winning car, by the way, from 67. Danny Helm won the championship. And I think it wasn't the fastest. Of course, Lotus was much quicker, but it had the best reliability. So that's how they won. Very strange as well, as if the activity made it choppy. Oh, I see. Maybe something... Maybe if you can disable the chat to not see it, maybe the overlay is causing the issue. Okay, we can join, maybe? Or did it not refresh? 30 seconds to go. I think we can join. Just 9 people on the server, so it's safe to join. Let's do it. Because I need to at least try to do a 30. That was my best in practice. Not sure if I can do it with these FPS drops, but I'll try. Maybe I need to do 2 flying laps. And then for the rest of the session, I should focus on the race set. Or race feeling. Yeah, I have to check fuel. Thank you very much. If you can also pay attention, if I just read, if you want to help. Let's see, are we still on pole? Yeah, but I'm expecting the usual aliens. Tristan bot. Who else? I think there is one alien I don't know the name of. But yeah, let's go. Yeah, my best is 1379.79, so over a second slower, because I messed up the final sector too much. I was too cautious there. Oh, by the way, I'm not seeing well the mirrors with this camera angle. Maybe I need to. Yeah, I got used to this, but maybe I need to increase the field of view a little bit more. Let me see. I just realized I should have used the program for moving the camera, but in practice I just didn't realize it was an issue. Shame, I like this angle, but maybe if we increase it just a little bit more. Let me test in offline. I should have spotted it earlier. Yeah, this is qualifying. They have just one session, practice qualifying combined. And the race is starting in 30 minutes. Can we see the mirrors now without looking to the left and right? No? Why is that? This is strange. It's like it's not changing the field of view now. It's not a big issue because I think here you're not going really to run side by side most of the time. And I can hear the cars where they are, but what is happening? Why is it not changing the field of view? Let me try a bigger change and see if it reacts to it. I think I had that issue in the past, maybe last year, but I don't know how I fixed it. Maybe if I change car first. No, it's not changing. Oh my god, what is going on? It's actually even feeling lower than what I was just driving. Ah, this is annoying. This is so annoying. Let me try something else. Some strange bugs with the modern installation of Grand Legends, which I never had such issues for many years in the past with much slower PCs. I think it's something to do with drivers and Windows 10. I can't see what else it could be. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. So why is it not changing for the Brabham? Maybe every time I change the field of view, I need to change the car first as well. Let's try. It makes no sense, but who knows? Maybe it's not rebuilding the file when I don't change the car. Yeah, that could be it. Ah, shame, we're missing valuable time. Yeah, I can drive with this. I can see just enough on the side. Okay. I've removed the other graphics in the mirror, so it looks weird, but I can see the cars. Let's go. Just 5 minutes lost. "15 laps, let's remember that. The race is 15 laps long. Let's check the fuel from now, actually, just once, and then compare on the flying lap 2. 17.6. Yeah, it feels a little bit different with this field of view now, but I'll adapt. I actually used to drive even much higher field of view than this in the past. This is the only straight where I get to the limit of the fifth gear. Yeah, some FPS drop again here. For whatever reason, it just happens randomly. Oh, someone crashed ahead. Yeah, even now there is no car ahead, I'm still getting some drops. It seems to happen like with the 55 mod, when there are just cars on the server. Even if I don't see them in view, it may happen. Shout when you cross the line. Okay, I'll tell you. It's a long lap, like over 3 minutes, so... It's easy to learn. It feels complex at first, but it's actually has a very nice rhythm and different corners, so you can remember them fairly quickly. Almost each corner has a distinct profile. Okay, let's try this corner in 4 here. Yeah, some FPS drops. The problem is, even if it drops just 2-3 FPS, I can feel the difference. It becomes choppy somehow, and it affects my driving. Just like you said at Leave for Speed, similar thing. I don't actually understand. Now the corners seem more open with this field of view, and I have to figure out how much to brake. Tires still quite cold. Okay, we are entering the final part of the circuit with the slow corners, and then we begin the flying lap. Yeah, now after the right-hander, we begin the flying lap. You can see the line there on the start-finish straight. 40.7. Strange. Let's do another lineup. And I'll check what you wrote afterwards. I have some strange understeer in some corners, which I didn't have in testing, it seems. White. I think I'm overheating the rears now. Wow! A 312, yes! This is over a second from my... I think on the third flying lap, the car is actually much more grip, even if I'm overheating the race, but this took so much energy. I cannot drive like this in the race. I'm not going to make it. Okay, so on the final lap I used much more fuel? Is that what you mean, or less fuel? Oh, you mean the fuel amounts. Okay, so 3.1, 3.2 per lap. Thank you very much, John. I couldn't really pay attention. But yeah, I remember I started the first one, 30.7, and then finished on 14.7 and 11.6. Okay, thank you very much. Let's see the temps at the rear. Yeah, overheating. Of course, in the race I can just drive slower if I'm in front and save the tires, but because I've been sick in the past 5 days and I'm not eating properly, so my energy is a little bit down, but we'll try to make it. Well, I didn't expect to be able to do a 12. The previous lap I've improved, 14.7. If this doesn't win the pole, there's nothing I can do. Let's see, 3:12:57. Oh. And I'm not sure if I improved in every sector compared to my the first lineup. I felt like I made some mistakes, but in the final sector I really managed to nail it. Even though I got the FPS drop in the penultimate corner, I was a little bit late on throttle, but the previous corners were very, very good. Especially the fast corners as well, I could put the power down early and keep it on the road. Okay, let me save. Wait, I forgot. 12:57. Okay. Actually, I think this is a record for the league, the UKGPL statistics. So let's calculate the fuel. I'm going to use a calculator because I'm lazy, even though it's a simple calculation. Yeah, actually it's 45 liters, isn't it? 15 laps, 3 liters, and we can put a little bit on top. Something like that, I guess. Maybe we can put just a little bit more to be sure. It's not going to make a huge difference. Yeah, let's put 52 liters. It actually feels very low, the fuel amount. I don't know why. But yeah, it seems because the track is almost driven off throttle, half throttle for so long, it doesn't use that much fuel. Yeah, actually, I don't know. Because I'm going to drive slower. The fuel, I can also save fuel if necessary. It's not that difficult in Grand Prix Legends with this car, at least. These cars to save fuel. You can just short shift, lift up a little bit. Yeah, let's go with 52 then, just to make sure. What else? Gears, I think they're fine. We're not going to slipstream anyone out of turn one. The straight is very short. I just hope to have a clean start and keep first place, because if we don't, even if I'm quick, 2-3 seconds quicker, how am I going to overtake? It feels impossible. But yeah, let's save. And we have 10 minutes to go, so I need to do some testing with race fuel. Yeah, thank you, Don. Looked good. But I was expecting a 13. I was surprised there at the end. But I noticed something. If I'm in the middle of the corner, it suddenly understeers a lot, and I have to really force it too much to compensate, and I don't like that. Could it be the bump? No, I think it's because I'm running very similar front and rear wheel rates. But I do this to get the traction. So let's keep it like that. Yeah, I was going actually to change the front camber and maybe try a little bit more pressure. Or maybe not. No, I'm just going to manage it by the driving. No need to change the pressure. Let's do that. Let's do some test starts as well. But I need to get on track. Or maybe here. Okay, I think it's better to stay in second a little bit longer instead of short shifting, because when we short shift we go to the maximum torque range and it suddenly spins the wheels actually more. Now let's see how it is with the fuel. Probably more understeering. And it's going to bottom more in the jumps and the dips in the road. Another thing we have to keep in mind if I get a good start and continue the race is the traffic, of course. If we catch some lapped cars, it's going to be quite tricky. Especially if there are two cars battling each other, two drivers. Yeah, I messed up this corner on that lap. I turned too late. It probably lost me about, and this one as well, about 2-3 tenths there. In this section you just need to be patient and wait with the throttle. This section I really managed to nail somehow. Almost went off. But without losing time. Yeah, with race fuel, even with cold tires, I can actually put the throttle down without too much worry. The rear is more stable. Let's see now with the bumps and the dip here. Oh, dropping here about 10 FPS suddenly. I hope to retain the lead if I start on pole, but at the same time it's going to be more difficult to do all the 15 laps alone without any challenge. To keep the concentration level to avoid mistakes, that's the difficult part. Because I remember watching Dimi on this circuit and he was leading, but I think he had a big moment in one of his races. And I think I have the same thing in the past on this track. It's just very easy to mess it up, especially when you get tired later in the race. At the same time, you have to keep pushing to some extent just to stay focused. Yeah, the car feels good. No major complaints. Just have to keep an eye on the rear tires at the bottom left. Colin, you're heavy warping. Sometimes in Grand Prix regions, if someone is lagging too much, it can cause issues for everyone else on the server. Three minutes to go of the session. And of course I have to keep in mind every gear change to be done properly to not risk blowing up the engine. Even though this is a very reliable car, still, it's better to be safe. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking someone. I didn't realize. Okay. Such a long lap, hopefully no traffic. Yeah, it depends how many mistakes and the pace of the people behind. Colin. Wait, are they talking about me? Because my old name in Grand Legends, the one I started with, was Colin McRae. I hope I'm not the one lagging, actually. Colin. I don't see anyone with a C. Yeah, it's strange. It's strange. Some people... Maybe they are not slow, but they couldn't put a good lap in qualifying. I wonder who it is. I hope I'm not the one lagging, because it doesn't seem so. Everyone I see is looks good, which means I'm good as well. Let's see. Can we find someone lagging too much? Maybe that's what's causing my FPS drops as well. No, I don't see anyone. Yeah, who is calling? I don't know. Maybe he meant someone else. Let's see if Evo can jump. The Honda is difficult to drive here. It's very heavy. It's it doesn't have too much torque on lower revs, but it's also quite stable. Though I think because it's so heavy, the tires are overheating very easily. Wow, three Repco Brabhams at the top. Oh, he almost lost it there before the jump. Yeah, I've lowered the graphics, that's why they looked like this. Just to help my FPS. Okay, so he meant Arfar. He is calling. Could be world record, I don't know. I somehow doubt it. Because this game is so old, there are such amazing drivers that I seriously doubt this is world record. See, is everything set up correctly? Yes, it seems so. Oh, someone else driving still, sorry. Maybe we shouldn't be chatting before they finish. I hope we're starting on the inside, so even if I make a little bit of a bad start, I can just keep going. Also, I need to be careful because the road there is a little bit uneven, so it may go to one side on the start. Let's hope they set up a spaced out grid, because the default in Grand Legends is the cars side by side, like in the real life event. But for multiplayer they usually set them up with a distance, like in modern F1. Thank you, Don. I'll try to have a good one indeed. Just to avoid mistakes and stay focused, because it's going to feel much longer than it is. Yeah, too much chat. People shouldn't be chatting, because that's the rule. I didn't realize. The session wasn't exactly over. Okay. Let's be careful with the cotars. Nice. The guy behind pushing really hard, and I'm making stupid mistakes. I told you I'm rusty with this in race conditions. Also, when he is watching from behind, he can actually see what I'm doing and try to copy and improve his pace as well. So, because on this track, it's all about taking the correct lines, and some people don't know the correct line if they don't have enough experience with the track. Because my mirrors are not really good at the moment, I'm a little bit nervous when I hear someone too close. And no time to look at the mirrors at all, actually. Just with my peripheral vision, but I don't see too much. Let's try to escape. This is not comfortable at all. The grip should be much better now, especially at the rears. The car is sometimes changing direction too suddenly, which is catching me off guard. It seems he is very quick in the slower corners. For some reason I'm losing time there in these kind of places. I hope I didn't overrev the engine somewhere, because I wasn't paying too much attention while being pressured from behind on lap 1. Okay, we managed to escape in this section. I took it quite well, I think. No, this is where I messed up a lot on the previous lap. Because I was thinking he may try to dive bomb on the inside, and I was getting distracted. .316. Okay, 13 laps to go. Oh, Tristan now behind. He may be quicker than the other guy. And who knows, maybe if he practiced mostly for the race, he could be quicker than me as well. We'll see. Okay, this was even better, I think, because I managed to put the power down even earlier. It was too much speed carried. And the rears may be a little bit overheating now. Yeah, over 100 degrees. And you can immediately feel the difference. Not a big difference, but still. Yeah, first mistake. Unforced mistake. Difficult to get a good rhythm going when you have overheating tires. But hopefully they're going to have the same issue with the rear tires, and then it's going to even out between us with the mistakes. The only place I can check the chat here, but okay. You guys are quietly supporting. I know it's probably going to be a little bit boring to watch, driving the whole distance on my own, but that's how it is in this kind of circuits. It's just me against the clock and against myself. It's like a really long rally stage. But I'm enjoying this because I haven't driven these cars in maybe a decade, if not even more. I'm not sure, but let's say a decade. And it's very nice to experience this again. Although I'm pretty sure if this wasn't such a strange track, if it was a regular track, it would be much more difficult for me to compete with some of the other guys. Because I've seen their times on some of Dimmy's races, and they're amazingly quick. Here is just my experience making it up for the pace. And also we didn't get everyone joining this race for some reason. Not all of the top guys in the championship joined, I think. Okay, the car feels a little bit more settled, and maybe I got used to the grip from the rear tires now. Actually, the temperature went down on this lap because I wasn't sliding that much around. It really helps in the fast corners to keep it more neat. Let's try to take it in second. Yeah, a little bit understeer, but easier on the exit. Oh, FPS drop. A little bit wide here. Okay, Tristan at 3 seconds now. Maybe he made a mistake somewhere. Yeah, no worries. I'm only going to take a look at the chat on that straight after turn 1. For maybe 1 second. There's too much going on here. I cannot be distracted even if I wanted to. My mind is fully occupied with this. Talking is no problem because it's not like rallying where you need to listen to the pace notes and don't know what's coming. So as long as I keep my eyes on the road, it's fine. Yeah, I'm getting used to the balance of the car now, much better. Especially in the slower corners. Let's keep it tidy here, without sliding too much. Earlier entry, so we don't have to rotate too much. Once you get a very good rhythm going, it's actually much less energy needed to drive. It happens on its own. And then you can even relax a little bit in some places. I guess muscle memory is a wonderful thing. It also gives you more pleasure because you get a more positive feeling from the car doing the right thing. Nice, now the front left is also almost 100 degrees, so it restores the balance a little bit in the right-handers. was a little bit risky. That corner always throws you to the outside very easily. Tristan still pushing. The gap is not getting bigger by a big margin, just 1 second a lap or something. So I need to keep up the pace. Some massive FPS drop there. What's happening? At least it happened in an easy place. Let's see, this should be faster lap than the previous ones. Yeah, a 14. And Tristan dropped to third. He must have made a mistake. I was aiming at putting pressure on him so he can either give up a little bit or maybe make a mistake, and this worked. Or maybe it's not related, I don't know, but at least it's more comfortable now with the gap. Even if I make some small mistake, it's not going to make a big difference. I keep cutting that edge, and it's a big bump there. I shouldn't do it. But I need to maybe go just a little bit slower. This was quite exhausting the previous lap. It's like that in these kind of events, these kind of tracks. Unless you're really well prepared to push all the time through the whole distance, you have to sometimes do 1-2 slower laps to recover yourself, and then push a bit more again. Especially if you see that by pushing hard you increase the gap to the others, you can afford to lift up a little bit on the next lap. But not too much to lose focus, of course. By the way, even though it's a little bit easier to drive with 65s, the way you drive them on this track is much more aggressive. So it could be more exhausting in a race. You're pushing everywhere like crazy, drifting on maximum throttle. It's more like a go-kart race. With this one, because you're being so careful, physically it's less exhausting. Mentally, maybe it's more. This turn one has several camber levels. If you miss the inside, you cannot get it back to the apex. Sorry, I forgot to check the chat, but I'll do it on the next lap. And this section in the dark, you just basically drive by memory because there's not much you can see. Okay, we avoided the edge there this time. By the way, one little tip, maybe some of you know it. If you see you're turning too early and going too much to the inside, just a blip of the throttle is enough to correct that, to send you wider. And it works very well on this part of the circuit, because it's almost impossible to be exactly precise all the time. Yeah, not a very good line there. I have to be careful now, the car is getting lighter, which means it's more nervous of the bumps. And it reacts quicker on the inputs from throttle, steering, brake. But especially the throttle. Yeah, now I'm getting a little bit more oversteer on throttle. I see. I overheated the left rear a little bit more. Hello, chat. The problem with overheating rears, you go from understeer to oversteer. It's not all the time oversteer. When you're under the limit, they grip a lot, and then when you load them just a little bit more. Oh, I was in the wrong gear there. That was dangerous. Let's try to stay focused. 6 laps to go. Okay. I should turn earlier for that corner. Even if I brake late, I should just turn early. It's going to help. By the way, guys, do you know the circuit Schottenring? Now that circuit with these cars, in comparison to this, it's much worse. It's just crazy. This is child's play compared to that circuit. I remember trying to learn that circuit and doing races on it with 67s is just insane. It's so quick, and we have so many narrow and dangerous parts. Oh, FPS dropped there. Of course, you can always set up the car to be stable, to be easier to drive, but I'm talking about trying to get to the absolute limit of what the car is capable of. Okay, 5 laps to go. As expected, the gaps between us is smaller per lap than in qualifying, of course. On some laps they were even quicker, especially at the beginning. Because as usual, I'm too nervous after the start. Understeer. I think I want to go for another fastest lap with less fuel, but maybe in the last 3 laps or something. Though I don't like the balance at the moment. It was much better with more fuel. Now it's strange. But you can get through this kind of issue with just focusing more and trying to predict what the car is going to do. Yeah, I went too deep into that cambered area and it unsettled the car so much. I had to hit the brakes and throttle at the same time. If I was driving right foot brake, I may have spun around in that place. But the car is so unpredictable now. I think this happens often, by the way. When I make a setup, it's good on full fuel and then on low fuel for qualifying, but then in the middle of races, it gets weird. Not just with these cars, but with any type of car and in any sim. If you don't set up the car for a medium amount of fuel, it usually doesn't work well with in the middle of the race. At least when it's a very sensitive type of car like this one. Okay, I think I'm a little bit adapting now to the way the car is handling. And on the next lap I'm going to push more for a faster start. I just realized, actually I'm not sure, but I think I disabled the viewer up so you can see my inputs. But maybe I did it before because of the FPS issue. Okay, let's try now. Too late. Okay, lost a little bit of time here and there at the end as well, but overall maybe it should be quicker. Yeah, 13. Wow, 26 seconds now. We forced another mistake, maybe. Actually, maybe not, because I'm sure he would have given up even before that. So just something happened there. Oh, wow. I'm a little bit not feeling my hands that well. Gripping the wheel too tight. Oh my god, that was too risky. Yeah, I lifted up too late and that grits me white. Okay, that was unnecessary. I think this lap had potential to be even quicker, but I messed up. And I'm overheating the tires too much now. Especially the front now as well. That's what's causing the understeer. Yeah. Can't really do more than one lineup on the limit with warmed up tires. Then the next is going to overheat. Is it one more lap? I think it is. Let's see. Yeah, final lap. So nasty FPS drops. Wow, what is happening? Yeah, massive drops on the final lap for whatever reason. Yeah, I couldn't improve it. Or could I? 13:53. What was my previous best? Okay. Oh, nice. Thank you, Don. I'm happy too. No, my best was 3:13:22. Yeah. Too many FPS drops at the end. I think I could have improved maybe a 12. High 12 or something. Thanks, Newski. Nice to see you. Sorry for not coming to your stream, but I'm not watching too many streams these days anyway. Just don't like watching racing stream because it bugs me that I can't race. But I hope it's going well for you and you have good races. Thank you, Fred. Oh, let's do some donuts, and the fuel is good. 5 liters to go, so basically one more lap. Oh, come on. Oh, that was tough, but good feeling. Wow, what happened with the Repkos? Suddenly two Coopers in P2 and 3. Tristan retired with 4 laps to go, and Rodo dropped. Maybe they collided if Tristan was battling with him. Actually, he shows 31 seconds behind. Maybe it's not showing correctly for some reason. Yeah. Something is not right. He should be second. It says Tristan minus 4 laps, so it should have happened 4 laps before. Yeah, something happened with the server, I think. What was his little name? Tim. Yeah, Tim. Why is he not shown second? He should be second. Let's wait for everyone to finish. Wow, the temps at the end, but yeah, I did donuts, so that's not... that doesn't show the actual temps I had. After the server is done, I'm going to check the results on the site when they are uploaded, and also I want to check the world record for the circuit before I end the stream. If you took 48 liters, you would have finished with 1.5 liters. Yeah. It makes maybe difference for half a tenth per lap or maybe 1/10 on this circuit. It's not worth it, I think. You can see even with ratio, I almost managed to do a 12, like my pole lap. If I didn't make mistakes, if I didn't have FPS issues, it would have worked. Okay, let's save the setup before the server is gone. I know some of them, others I don't know. But we are also missing some people I also know who haven't raced in this round for some reason. But yeah, from these people maybe I know about 6-7 people. Because some of them have been racing since the league began in 2005. So that is 20 years almost. By the way, Fred, you are right. There was no problem with the traffic. Just 1 or 2 cars. Actually, just 1 car, if I'm not mistaken. Let's wait for the newspaper. And then we have to wait for the forum for Phil to upload the results. And because he's not racing here, maybe it's going to take a little bit more time, but we'll see. Depends if the privateer's race is shorter than this, I'm not sure. If it's not, it's probably not over yet, as they are going a little bit slower. Was it? Let me check. I think Fred, you said something about, but maybe I'm mistaken. The traffic. Oh yeah, you're right, sorry. So yeah, you are right, Don, about the traffic. I hope actually I'm registered in the Dimmy's team, because if I'm not for some reason, it would have been no points for the team. Okay, took a screenshot. Yeah, but this is the sim I've driven the most. I've driven this from 1999, non-stop, all the time, basically, more or less, until 2010. So I have too much experience with it, and it just takes some practice to remove the rust, but then it comes back. Also I'm doing BG F1, as you know, with the modern F1, and this is keeping me sharp, but I haven't raced in about 2 weeks now, and these kind of cars are very different, of course. Also, I was thinking during the race, maybe all my RBR experience from the past several years or few years. How many years was it? I think I started 2021, so yeah, let's say 3 years. It actually helped me because you drive a little bit similar on this kind of track. You rotate the car early, you position it, then you throttle out. And the other thing is I did some testing, 2 days of testing for this, and managed to find a good setup for the circuit. And the car is actually very, very forgiving if you set it right, because it's very light chassis. It's easy to catch, it has a lot of torque. You can short shift everywhere and still pull out of the corners. I usually go even on public lobbies at least once a week to keep in shape. Otherwise, I'm bad when I resume. I think that is the same for me, depending on the type of car, or even sim. For example, when I was doing the Indonesian League, HME, if I didn't practice non-stop, I was very, very bad compared to some of the other guys. The competition was very, very tough. I'm sure if we had more competition here, this may have not been enough. Maybe for Paul, I don't know, but in the race with so many, at the start on the first lap, so many mistakes, and then later on, maybe I was going to be put on pressure and make mistakes. So it depends. Like I said during the race, if I do a regular track like a Monza Spa with these guys, they're racing all the time, it's going to be a disaster for me. I'm going to just make a mistake somewhere and drop too much or retire. You have to be really on it on those type of tracks. Once proper race every 2 weeks is my minimum. I don't know. I don't like pushing myself because I think sometimes, and I noticed this long ago on Grand Prix Legends, if you take a break, you're actually better. I remember hot swapping for a GPL rank long ago, and I was trying hard. Nothing was working. I took 2-3 weeks off. Immediately when I returned, I improved my personal best, because the recovery and the experience was absorbed, and suddenly it clicked. At least for me, that's how it happens. So next round you will skip. No, I'm not doing this championship. I'm just replacing Dimi. So yeah, this is the only round. But I have, but I'm not streaming them. I have 4 weeks in a row BG F1 races. I don't know how I'm going to manage. Maybe there is some where I'm going to skip a race. I'm not sure. Because you go into rage mode, it does not apply to me. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it depends on your personality as well. But I mean more like a mental exhaustion. If you try all the time, it just goes downhill. From a certain point, nothing works. Okay, let's see. Oh, Rainer already followed for the... Actually, no, this is... What is this? Monaco, September 29. Ah, this is the previous round. Okay. No results yet. Okay, let's wait. Sid Drake, engine exploded towards the end of lap 3. Wasn't even shifting at the time. Ah, shame. And in the Cooper too, but yeah, the Cooper could explode sometimes. Actually, I think the Cooper, even though it's the slowest car, could have been really, really good on this track. It's a really nice car. Maybe even better handling than the Brabham, but it's a little bit heavy. The power is similar, but the weight is different. I go rage in RBR. Fred, I go rage RBR too. I think RBR is just different. On circuit racing, I don't rage that much because there are no co-driver, no surprises, no silly damage, touching something and retiring, no super rally. The only times I could rage is if someone does something stupid on track and takes me out. But it's different. With RBRs, the emotions go high too often. I don't know how people like Newski, in comparison, and some other people can keep their cool with rally sims. I go rage at myself for being stupid. Yeah, same. Sometimes same. I'm doing stupid things, and then I'm angry with myself. Even now, I did 2 stupid things in this race. Almost, who knows? Because sometimes you go off and you don't know what's going to happen. The car could flip over. It would get stuck in something. So those were 2 stupid mistakes I did for no reason. I saw the mistakes coming and I kept pushing. And I was lucky there to survive. Okay, while we're waiting to results, let me check if I can find GPL rank. But I may have to start my other browser. Yeah, because this one doesn't remember my my password. Yeah, let me see. Newski makes me laugh. He's swearing all the time. Yeah, but he's swearing in a cool, calm, collected way. I mean, I'm not very good at keeping cool these days. Yeah, maybe Newski, because you're driving so much, it's what I was talking about earlier. It just gets to you gradually. If you don't take a good break from everything for at least 1-2 weeks. That's my observation. Because in Grand Regions I used to do 5 league races a week for months and years, and it was going fine. But at one point it became too much. And I needed a break. So yeah. In RBR is the same, by the way. If I take a break from RBR, and if I drive now, I'm going to be calm, no matter what happens. Do 1, 2, 3 rallies, but then gradually I begin to get more annoyed and more frustrated and react to the small things. I think it's just mental exhaustion most of the time. And you cannot really identify it because it just it feels like it's something else. No pun intended with Don's nickname. But on the other end of the stick is no ranging but being too timid. Yeah, I think for RBR it's okay to be timid because it helps you survive. But in circuit racing you have to have some aggression. Otherwise, people are going to play around with you. You always have to compromise too much. But I think these kind of things you can steer them in one direction, in other direction, by paying attention to it and trying a little bit more to inject some emotion and some passion into it. As long as you're driving with passion, it can happen more easier. Okay, let me see. GPL rank. I have two accounts. My first account is with a joystick, regular joystick. That's how I used to drive back in the day for maybe 3 years, 2 years, 3 years. Now, is this circuit included in the verified? No, I need to select this. Clermont-Ferrand 65, Brabham 310. I told you guys, some people are insane. Oh, Michio Pompert, I have him on Facebook. I know him from long ago. He used to always drive the BRM, and he was one of the best, maybe the best BRM drivers I've seen. Nice, he holds a record here with a BRM 312. This is amazing. Let's see, Cooper 39, Eagle 310, Ferrari 37, Honda 34. This is not a real time. Lotus 37. Yeah, crazy difference. So yeah, actually my time is far away from the world record. I was expecting this. Let's check the other times. 310, 310, 312. Yeah, my time would be 7th quickest. By the way, in Grand Prix Legends, if you drive with H stick with a clutch, you're quicker, because each gear change happens immediately, while when you're using buttons and paddles, there is some delay. So it makes a difference. Actually, the world record is with the paddles. Okay, right foot braking for the 2nd quickest. Torfindal, hibernating. Yeah, some familiar names here from the past. Oh yeah, this guy missed the race. He is probably the quickest at UKGPL at the moment. I'm sure if he practiced and entered this race, it would have been very tough with him. He holds several world records on other circuits, especially with 65s. Let's see if the results are up. Okay, not yet. Let's wait some time. I deleted GPL, we have to try it again. Did you need space? Why did you delete it? But yeah, at least in this league, I'm going to set the record. There it is. But yeah, I don't know. These are some crazy world records. 2.5 seconds quicker. I had a feeling I could improve maybe half a second to 12.0, but for this kind of time, you need extremely aggressive setup and just keep it on the edge all the time. And the car will be rotating on its own almost. And you have to be precise exactly braking point, turning, every single bump, every single cut, to be like a robot. Then it's going to happen. Let me check if I still hold one world record, by the way. Interesting to see. I used to have world record at Nordschleife with 65s for either the Cooper or the Brabham BT7. Maybe someone beat it now. No, I still have it. There it is. Nice. Let me check something. Cooper. Yeah, okay. I worked really hard for this world record because there was a race I entered and I was just 2 seconds from the record, and I thought, okay, let's now try to get it, and I spent 2 or 3 weeks trying, and it finally worked. And I think I have it on my YouTube channel. It's a low quality video, but it's there. Why can't I click? Okay. Yeah, but not many people tried, I guess, with this car. I'm sure if the best people at the moment try, they are going to beat it. It was almost perfect lap for me, but still. Lost about half second at the beginning. Very humble. Hey CB! How are you doing? Number 1 bathtub streamer. Yeah, but this time it wasn't bathtub. It was a little bit more sophisticated. It wasn't running well. Yeah, okay, Fred, so you had similar issues, I guess. I lose 1.5 seconds to world record in 1.40 lap. I did the math and pretty much Christo. Yeah, I'm sure, Don, by the way, in Live for Speed, as we know already, you're better than me there, so it's kind of similar, I guess. You have the experience there, and I have it here. I had world record in AMS 2 in a combo where there was 20 people on the board. I look at some world records in RBR and just don't know how they do it. I don't know either. They are just insane times, because with the cars I'm driving the most, like the Subaru, I do a very, very good stage and suddenly someone is 20 seconds quicker. How is that possible? I don't know. And then the strange thing is, on the stages I know, I can actually beat them or get a close time to theirs. So I don't understand, on some stages it doesn't make sense. Maybe there are some tricks with the stages, I don't know. On some different kind of setup which works for those stages and conditions. I tried your 50s, I knew you were good, but I was still mildly surprised when I tried myself. What do you mean, Dom? I don't remember if you told me before that you tried the tubs. Do you mean the LFS tubs, bathtubs, or in GPL? You have to know every corner. Yeah, I know you have to, but maybe I'm underestimating the time difference. If you know every corner, maybe you can gain 10 to 12 seconds. But it feels strange because on circuit racing, if you compare to someone who knows the track better, you lose maybe 2-3 seconds at most, not 20 seconds. So yeah. And I mean even in the longer laps, like this one, for example. So, but yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe it's just knowledge of the stage mostly. I tried your combos of GPL 50s. Oh, okay. And I was losing 1 second in 130 as well to you. But you know, I was losing 1 second or something to some of the records from the other guys with the 50s. So it depends. Maybe it depends on the track. Did you try at East London with the Gordini? Yeah, I think that's where I drove the Gordini, and you said you were going to try. And the time there was something like that, 130 maybe. You need very good setups to get good times. My setups are crap. Yeah, I think first of all you need a good base, and then to develop your own setup. Otherwise you have to adapt to someone else's driving, which is not ideal. I think I would make your tier 1 and run in the middle there, by how much I judged after trying myself. Yeah, I think, Don, you just need time, because let me show you something. Maybe I've spoken about it before, but maybe not showing on the website, just talking about it, but I'm going to show you. Let me see. Not this. Let's see the ranking. Yeah, rankings, I think. Okay, how do I see without myself? Top. Oh, there it is. Okay, check this guy. This is a Bulgarian. In GPL rank, he is still top 20 in the world after so many years. He set this rank back in 2002 or 3, something like that. Now this guy, he was a teenager then, when I met him and he started driving, he was very bad. He was very, very slow, making mistakes, 2-3 seconds off on every track. But he kept his head, he tried. And suddenly after a few months, okay, maybe not a few, maybe about after 5-6 months, something clicked for him, and suddenly he was better than me, and better than most people, and jumping up the order, and now he's 20, back then he became top 5 or top 8, something like that. So yeah, I think you just need time. You cannot jump too fast. Even if you feel like you hit a wall and it's not possible, it just takes time. Sometimes it suddenly clicks after months of racing. And by the way, this guy Gregor Kutu, maybe you know him, he's very famous. The first alien sim racer. He was at the top for many years. Nobody could beat him for like 5-6 years. He was the first to be really amazing. With those old steering wheels. No proper force feedback, just basic steering. Yeah, we had this conversation, Christo. I drive with the same people for 2 years. Yeah, but I'm talking about Grand Prix Legends because you don't have the experience here. I'm sure if you were just 1 second behind me, after how many weeks, let's say you tried weeks of driving, I'm sure if you just participate regularly, you're going to get there. At least improve by a lot. Now in Live for Speed, I think you have just a crazy competition. Some aliens. But in UKGPL, because I don't consider myself alien, maybe just below in Grand Prix Legends, I think you can do really good job. Maybe fight for top 3 or top 5 if you just gain the experience. Okay, let's see the results. Hopefully they're up now. No, not yet. Okay, I'm going to wait until going to wait 8 minutes, and if they're not up, I'm going to stop. Let me check, by the way, Rally Sim fans. I wanted to do SRM, you told me it was cancelled, but I need also to place this huge update. And I hope it's going to work configuration-wise properly. Let's see. SRM. But this is the previous hosting. Did they say it's cancelled, or what's going on? It ends on the 15th. No, this is the same rally. But yeah, the results are not going to count towards the championship. Is that how it is? You need to download a new torrent. Okay. Yes, it doesn't count. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm not going to do it. I don't feel too good to do it anyway. It's too tough for me at the moment. So yeah. I'm probably not going to do RBR, especially with BGF1 4 races in 4 weeks coming. I need to test a lot, develop setups, help my drivers of my team, and participate as well. Thank you. Okay. But if they host a new SRM, I'll consider entering. I could have done a GRC, but I think it's over now. Yeah, I don't see it. The big update took me 2 hours. I only had to reset CodeDriver afterwards. Oh, this is not good because I have replaced manually the CodeDriver. But I'll check it out. I'll read the instructions and see how it goes. Okay, let's wait 5 more minutes for the results. Did they upload the private tiers? Let me check. Yeah, the private tiers are uploaded. Even though I don't see Phil entering this one. Yeah, you have to back up the CodeDriver. Okay, I'm going to do that. Thank you. GRC has just been cancelled as well. Oh, I see. So Dimi doing GRC was for nothing. Is that it? And SRM as well, but at least it's some experience, I guess. I was using Darren, but I don't think he's compatible on the web. No! How come? What is changed exactly? Let me read. New major overhaul of maps, NGP7 RSL integrated, Motic telemetry, new plugin version. Who like to crash can finally hear all kind of impact sound effects. Who like to crash? This is exactly for me. This is the best part of this update for me. I'm going to hear new sound effects. Yay! Okay, new version, open triples. For now, I don't see anything related to CodeDriver, but let's keep reading. New maps, stage randomization improved. My pace notes auto-saving improvements. Yeah, nothing about CodeDriver, but I guess maybe they just overwrite or change how things function and it's not compatible. But strange. I don't understand why. Loop is V3 now, Darren is V2. But I think Darren was always V2, Fred. Yeah. That's not the problem. Do you mean Loop is dropped V2 is not updating them anymore? Is that the problem? That would be a shame, but I understand. You cannot really update 2 versions. Even 1 version takes so much work on all the stages. But you know, I was thinking maybe it's possible to use something like Notepad++, open a paste note. If it's a text format, I'm not sure about that. And search and replace from V3 the notes you want for another system. Or someone could code this kind of converter to replace, let's say he says 2 left and you want it to say 3 left. Maybe it's possible. Loopy stopped updating a while ago. Oh, I see. Because I haven't been racing for months properly. I didn't know. I just read Darren was not compatible only. Yeah. He was never compatible. Initially, I think V3 was only Finnish, and then Nicky Grist was added, and then the new guy who recorded himself with Supu, but he says it like Sompu. Yes, not Sumpu, but Sampu. Okay, do we have the results? Come on. No, not yet. I guess whoever is hosting, Axel, needs to send the files and then upload them. Okay guys, I guess we're not going to see, but we can check actually before this race the standings. Let's see. Where do we go? Turbo Racing was just 2 points behind Blue Moose Racing. Who is racing for Blue Moose? It's actually a shame that John couldn't make the race, because he is the other driver of the team. So only I'm scoring for the team, basically. Bad Blue, Donny, Evo, Johnny. So Donny and Evo, I think, in this class. Let's see. Yeah, maybe they're going to score about the same points as me. But it's okay. At least we're helping for the team to not drop too many points behind. Sampu, Sampu, yeah. Not the real Nicky Grist. Oh, I see. So someone... Is it an AI generated voice? Or is it someone sounding similar accent? It's a shame that we don't have a real Nicky Grist co-driver, because from past games you can take the audio, but there are so many missing pace notes, or detailed pace notes of Nicky Grist. It would have been nice. I really enjoy Nicky Grist voice. Okay guys, I'm going to stop here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was great fun for me. I'm really glad to have entered this one. It was worth it. It was a lot of fun in both qualifying and the race. Some excitement here and there. The track was interesting, so yeah. I don't know when I'm going to stream again. No promises, but if I do, I'm going to set up the schedule window page on Twitch. And I see you again next time, maybe when they host SRM. This is what I can think of at the moment. Have a nice week next week, and take care. Bye bye.